Have you ever looked at really successful people and just wondered, what's their secret? Well, according to success expert Brian Tracy, it's not talent, it's not luck, and it's not who you know. It's one single quality that if you can master it, can unlock pretty much everything you want. So let's dive in and find out what it is.
I mean, think about it for a second. We're constantly bombarded with tips and tricks and principles for success. But what if just one of them was so powerful that it made all the others actually work? Tracy argues that out of 1,000 different rules, there's one that stands head and shoulders above the rest. It's the real key. And that quality is self-discipline. Yep, Tracy is super direct about this. Without it, you're just not going to reach your true potential. It's impossible. It's the one thing all successful people have in common, and it's what's missing for pretty much everyone else. And the best part? This isn't about being born with some special talent. It's a skill you can build.
But let's be really clear about what we mean by self-discipline. It's not just about, forcing yourself to do stuff you hate. It's a whole mindset. It's a habit you develop. It's something you practice every single day. It's a philosophy that guides your choices. And yeah, it really becomes a whole way of living.
When you boil it all down, it comes down to a simple choice. Can you put off the small, easy pleasure right now for a much bigger reward later on? Can you keep your focus locked on the one thing that truly matters? The great news is this is a learnable skill. It's like a muscle you can train. And once you master it, pretty much any goal is within your reach. Okay, so that's the theory. But how does this actually look in the real world? Well, it all comes down to how you use your time. See, successful people and unsuccessful people, they all get the same 24 hours in a day. But they approach those hours from completely opposite directions. And the difference is actually really simple, but it changes everything. Successful people are disciplined. They intentionally put almost all their time and energy into the high-value stuff that gets the biggest results. Unsuccessful people, on the other hand, kind of just let their time get filled up with low-value activities. The stuff that doesn't really move them forward. This leads to what Tracy calls the crowding out principle. The logic here is so simple. If you purposefully fill your day with productive, important work, there's literally no time left for all the junk. The high-value work actually crowds out the low-value distractions. It automatically makes you more effective. All right, this all sounds great, but how do we actually do it? Well, Tracy breaks it down into some really practical disciplines we can build. And the very first one, the one that everything else is built on, is the discipline of goals. Now, just take a look at this number for a second. 97%. This one statistic might explain more about success and failure than just about anything else. So what is it? A staggering 97% of adults are just winging it. They're going through life without any clear, specific, written goals. Think about that. If your goals aren't written down, you're in the massive majority of people who are leaving their success almost entirely to chance. Only 3% of people actually have a destination. Tracy puts it perfectly. He says, trying to live your life without written goals is like setting off to drive across a country you've never been to without a map. No GPS, no directions, nothing. You might end up somewhere, sure, but you're probably going to get lost, waste a ton of time, and end up nowhere near where you actually wanted to be. So the action step is super simple. This is the discipline in practice. Sit down with a pen and paper, think about what you really want, and write down your goals. Break them down by different areas of your life, your career, your finances, your health. Then organize them. Put the most important ones right at the top. Just doing this one thing, boom, you've already jumped into the top 3% of performers. Okay, but having a destination, your written goals, is only half the battle, right? You've got your map, but you still need to figure out the actual route to get there. And that brings us to the second core discipline, your plan. And get ready for another huge number, 1,000%. And no, that's not an exaggeration. It's the actual return on investment you get from one very simple action.
So here's the math, and it's pretty incredible. For every minute you spend planning, you save 10 minutes when you're actually doing the work. That's a 1,000% return on your time. Just taking 10 or 12 minutes to plan out your day can save you up to 2 hours of wasted time and effort. That is the incredible power of disciplined planning.
So what's the big takeaway here? Is that massive success isn't some complex, hidden secret. It's really just the result of applying a few simple, powerful disciplines over and over and over again.
Let's just recap the big ideas. Number 1, self-discipline is a skill you can learn. It's not something you're born with. 2, clear, written goals are your roadmap. You gotta have them. 3, Planning gives you that insane 1,000% return on your time. And finally, number 4, all great success comes from long periods of focused, disciplined effort. There are no shortcuts.
So I'll leave you with this question, and I want you to really think about it right now. What is the one single goal that if you were to achieve it would have the greatest, most positive impact on your life? Figure out what it is, write it down, make a plan, and start applying the power of self-discipline today.